System makes it so that the operator.
It's a death prophet, I mean, I agree. And also on the patch, I think they keep trying to buff the exorcism, but she's so squishy, and I mean, the exorcism cooldown feels just too long compared to before.
"30 seconds to battle."
So CTY on... You definitely think this is going to be the Blade Mail variants on CTY? I mean, what about other builds, like, you know, an Armlet into your Basher, or even a...
The battle begins.
Double check in, he's playing the Invoker against Death Prophet. Oh, we got a pause. Looks like they may have lag issues. And I do like the Quas Exalt Invoker, so double check in is coming to Quas X. You can imagine, like, with, you know, the Exort, Sunstrike into the Ray Fire Blast. Good synergy there and good teamwork. I think they actually can get plenty of kills, so this Invoker may not even have to leave his lane. Getting zoned out very hard by Ice and Death Prophet. Just spamming out the class swarms. Alright, so here you can see Shadow being harassed a bit by 11. Has a bit of Kaka playing on Docker. Not like Innis can really do much, but he does find a sentry, so he kicks it out. Oh, this is zoning Shadow out of this lane. The DK stacks very, very nicely. Middle lane, you can still see. That's definitely crossed Exort.
Yeah, and there's still a possibility to go try Orb here. We won't know until really level 4. At the same time, I would say that it is more likely now that he is going to be going for the Exorts. He hasn't put a single point in Wex yet, and he's under some pretty heavy fire. He goes for Invoke next, so we'll know by level 4. But all the same, I think there's some great strength in the Sunstrike going in. Wow, that was 11 at Cockguard is so far forward. Gonna be Shadow doubles, or During Chains. And although that only lasts a second here, it's still gonna be putting Cockguard down very low HP. Salving up, he only lives with 12 HP, and Old 11 gets kited out as well. So there's gonna be a close exchange, but still put on the table. Nightmare comes in, Old 11. Stick around that long. Was that a misplay? Nope. The Ice Brain Saps kills it. I think he did end that Nightmare early, but it doesn't matter. He gets the kill.
Same time, Innocence, he's gonna find himself a nice D ward. So suddenly the top lane looks like that progression just wasted here. Kaka's ran out of consumables as well. He's still on Stout Shield and like casual branch. 11, he's holding on that level 3 skill point. He's probably thinking either the Decay or the Tombstone. Shadows here, forced to pop the Flame Guard.
Yeah,
he just has to back
I think
off.
Tombstone's a little bit better here. You get some really good potential if the Dazzle's ever away to kill off the Ember Spirit before he gets sick. So I would say you want that sooner rather than later. And yeah, Invoker already skilling up Sunstrike, otherwise at 2-0-1 in his orbs. And obviously he wants to kill on Beyond. That's gonna be, if Beyond ever goes too close to the Wraith King, he's gonna get hit by the Wraith Fire Blast, Bold Feet, and Sunstrike. But at the same time, optimistic now. I think the Clockwork's just gonna cog block and pull the lane back as often as possible.
And also, I mean, when you think about the Sunstrike, you gotta take into account Ice Vortex from the Ancient Apparition. So that can actually do a fair bit of damage. Ice actually falling, she takes a hit from the Sunstrike and will be forced to salve up.
Yeah, but he's still fighting out pretty well. I mean, he got the boots early, and he's been getting involved. Obviously, the only kill on the board is his, so he's pretty happy about that. Still, though, for a minute early on, Invoker is leading now, just because the Death Prophet has only denied 6 creeps, and because the Bane has been leeching, and then beyond that, it's going to be the Wraith King solo in the safe lane. So they're already getting more on their course, while Landom gets to pull, and it just comes at a little bit at the cost of the Stalker, who's been roaming around a lot, and only going on the lane when he has to help out Old 11.
And okay, or top lane, Kaka.
Yeah,
he
there's
did
a bit
really
of a
want to
trade-off here. The Kaka Night Stalker is supporting the Old 11 Undying rather than the other way around. You usually see the Undying being the support, the Night Stalker getting the farm priority. Why do you think they went this route instead? I'm actually going to see a little skirmish here on top of it.
Battle. Oh, you get the rune. Tombstone's on the cliff, there's no way to getting out of this. Yep. Definitely Death Prophet. And no chance for the grave because he didn't skill anything into that, and Innocence is gonna pay for it as well. Ice probably followed by the heal bomb. Okay, wait, he still has a tiny chance. But Kaka here, it is night time after all, so the void's gonna come down. He's gonna juke around the trees. Oh, what? Turn around to Ice instead, and Innocence is just gonna TP out.
Yeah, well, he does get that TP away, but they get their 2 kills, especially the one looking for with the Invoker assisting. Obvious experience progression is very important for Old Chicken, so getting involved there without losing too much in mid is pretty important. That being said, yeah, we are going to be seeing the Stalker actually get involved here at nighttime, contesting that rune. Even 3v2 against the Night Stalker right when nighttime's about to hit, he caused him major issues.
He estimated it pretty well as well. So,
Short-sighted of you.
Old Chicken is still quite a distance away from Guidance. CTY. Oh, this is actually a very unique build, if you think about it. He's actually just got 3 points in a Ray Fire Blast, and the rest is stats.
It could definitely work. I mean, the cog pressure from Beyond might be a little bit of a mana burn here. Actually, hits the creep instead of him. Oh, he gets the lair. But even still, yeah, he wants to make sure he can get as many last out early on as possible to enable kills and to really shut down the Clockwork. Clockwork's only 180 experience per minute, and it shows the fact that he can actually go on the creep wave at all.
Yep, and I mean, he's still level 6, and he's holding on a few skill points. Has TP. Is he actually thinking about a Midas? Because he has 1,520 gold.
I think so. I mean, it's either going for the hard rush of Sacred Relic, which is obviously quite ambitious, or just going for the Midas recipe. Both are fair options for Wraith King, and both greatly enhances progression. I like the Midas more so for the experience than the gold, because although it is great in helping the fact that he can't flash farm, obviously getting level 16 on Wraith King is huge. But the Radiance obviously is otherwise preferential. Lanham can be caught out here. Just heroes finding him out here. Battery Assault Cogs. Nothing really fancy. Bane will pick up an apparition, and it doesn't even the Wraith King whatsoever. He's still gonna farm at pretty much the exact same pace and control his lane confidently. Top though, nah. Shadow's a little bit worried about potential crippling fear action around level 4, but for now he's pretty much able to just stay active on the lane. And Old Chicken does go back for some Wex here, so it is going to be only a single point in Exort, and he has him for that Wex Voker.
Probably went for the point in Exort just for, you know, the extra damage so that he can last it a bit easier.
Yeah, it's the Alacrity and the point for the damage as well is really strong. And maybe they don't expect Silk Spells coming out from him if he doesn't pull his Wex Orbs out until like the last second. He's actually maxing it now, and they should be able to just highlight over Alacrity. You can do this to enemy heroes, just highlight over the spell, and you can see what level it is, and based on that, know how many points he has in each orb.
And oh wait, yeah, it's nighttime's gonna end soon. So Kaka, to keep things in a hold, but Old 11, he's gonna initiate it on Searing Chains and the 3 remnants to follow. And Whispered's gonna find himself a nice kill and a tombstone. So a nice bit of gold going the way of Innocence.
Dazzle can afford boots. Death happy.
Yeah. Type of support. He gets the last hit on the creep on the large camp, so
Suddenly he like
Water
tripled
flame.
his net worth. It's been having a rough game, but no, now
Water
he's gonna
flame.
lose a lot of it.
Kaka.
Buy the boots from shop. Buy the boots from shop. No, Innocence, no. He goes down. Doesn't
Oh,
lose
that's
too
just
much.
sad.
But yeah.
He still has many
that
times
goal
left
was
to work.
reliable, but he loses pretty much everything he had unreliable.
Where is the Death Prophet going? Are there stacks? Yeah, they are. So we're gonna clear stacks now. And also, I mean, yeah, it kind of helps that when you go for the point in the Exort, it made it seem like you're going for cross Exort Invoker. When you suddenly switch to the cross Wex, it kind of it forces Wings to adapt here and there, so it kind of confuses them a bit more.
Yeah,
One-
I was thinking about that too, but I honestly don't know if it's
Wait, mid lane,
all that
I-
valuable.
CTY
Dire's
with
middle
rotation.
tower is under attack.
Just doesn't expect the Wraith King to jump on you, but he got just an illusion rune bottom, but it's enough to take up the tower now. Another tombstone death actually up top here, as we do see Kaka under some heavy fire. But yeah, I was thinking about the mind games with that as well, and I gotta say that as the more I think about it, the less it matters. Like, you're not gonna be adjusting a game plan from like 4 minutes into the game. You're gonna be exposing the Wex sub points pretty like around level 4 or level 5, and at that point you're not really adjusting their strategy at all.
Shot
They're-
bottom lane, Platinum.
Oh, nice little pick off there. Yeah, same
the Kofi,
spot,
the clock.
same heroes, and the Clocker will take the kill this time.
That was canned laughter.
Ember's gonna get a kill on Undying the top lane. Heal bomb.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Good
attack.
stuff. So we're gonna see more lockdown from the Ember Spirit, and Shadow's gonna be trying to make his plays happen. But Red King is gonna get a stun here onto Ice, so gonna be with the EMP here, a nice turn onto the Ignite. Death Prophet tries to contribute, but Wraith King just a little bit too tanky, and they can't even pop the Reincarnate.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think he wanted to, but just a quick reaction from CTY. Like he had a brain back or something. He was just waiting there in the middle casting animation, but CTY having the quicker big fire blast to get him off. And of course,
I think it was
with
Cold Snap
Cold
at
Snap.
the time.
Yeah, that's true.
There
Pretty
is a dot
unfortunate.
tick as well with the Wraithfire Blast, so that should be enough damage to trigger the Cold Snap there. So he was pretty well locked down, and just unfortunately couldn't do much in that situation. Tranquil Boots on him as well, so we're going to be seeing a lot of Tranquils this game. One Clockwork, one on Bane, even the Night Stalker picked one up.
And not to mention these wards, man. You can see that there's two observer wards placed in the Radiant jungle, and one of them which is actually avoiding the detection of 2 sentry wards. That's really good. Now they're going for a smoke, probably trying to kill the mid. Oh, they actually find the Death Prophet, but CTY. Oh, the smoke gets broken, and I think he could have got ice instead.
Oh, that's a nice hook shot onto Lanham. This is not when you want to be fighting with your AA before he hits 6. Now we see the Wraith King. They're going to pop this Reincarnate, and they're going to look to kill him a second time. Already that once. They have to put the Tombstone down. They have to help him out here, and he's just going to go on Death Prop, particularly the Exorcism out. Good focus and great EMP, but we're going to see Old Chicken kind of isolated by Shadow and having to Ghost Walk away. So already they're losing some damage in this fight, but they're keeping the Tombstone alive for the full duration, and now it finally goes down. EHome are in retreat. Old Chicken just trying to get some slows out, but the Searing Chains will hit onto the Wraith King, and he's caught in the cogs once more. Can't be healed significantly enough, and he will be going down. Doesn't get to use his Midas, and feeds a level 9 kill to that of Wings, along with a big ultimate beyond. However, has overextended himself, will be punished. 7 for 7 as they look to maybe tower dive Kaka with the Void available, but now going in essentially 2v4. Tornado's gonna help out, but still that Searing Chain doing way too much. And despite massive decay stacks up on a 750 HP Undying, they are gonna be looking at final disengage.
So both teams just kind of overextending over each other's part of the map. Turns to feed.
Yeah, a lot of unnecessary deaths. Both teams just kind of feel like they have the potential to fight. The problem there was Wings didn't have enough mana on their Death Prophet to pop that Exorcism out, so she didn't contribute the way you'd want her to.
And I do believe we haven't seen an Exorcism yet this game.
Not at all. I mean, the Invoker is a hero. The one thing I really like about Invoker versus Death Prophet is the fact that he always is going to stand in the middle lane. He doesn't roam, he doesn't look for runes, so yeah, actually gonna be in some trouble here. There's not much damage follow through. The Sunstrike it would only be level 1 even if it was invoked. So they're going to try to kill off Wraith King again, and it very well might happen. Obviously to reincarnate, and now they have no way to interrupt the Fiend's Grip. He'll find out as best he can. Did Old 11 just heal himself? Oh boy, that's going to be the death of the Wraith King. That is going to be beyond sacrificing himself under Hello Grave.
Exorcism gonna come out.
Exorcism finally come through, and Elder 11's going to be taking a decent bit of damage. That Prophet's still alive a little bit longer. Magic Wand not going to be used. She'll go down to the last hit from the Invoker. So double kill for Shadow, 3 for 2 in total. But Old Chicken still living to tell the tale as he tries to fortify bottom lane.
Probably going for Force Staff. I mean, he's got a Ring of Region. It's definitely not going to be the Yield Scepter. I thought it would have been an Orchid. That would have been a good idea against like the Ember Spirit, forcing him to go into a Mantis style. But no, looks like Old Chicken's not going to go for that. Just going to go for the safer option of the Force Staff.
I mean, you're up against Clockwork and Ember Spirit, so there's a lot of value on this Force Staff, and yeah, the real, I'm not surprised that he went for Force before he goes for Orchid, which he will most likely go as his next item. I was a little surprised that he didn't go for the Hand of Midas, but I completely agree with his decision. The fact is, your Wraith can just pick up Midas. We're seeing Wings build their tempo and start gaining momentum in this game. You don't want to be going for a Midas at this point in time. We're actually going to be seeing for the third time the Wraith can get picked up, and CY is on the feed train right now, man.
Feed is strong in this one. He's actually 1 in 3. He's not doing that well.
Yeah, and that's
the pain for
course, with his one uses to reincarnate as well. So, like the hero that should never die. You know, the most deaths next to Clockwork. Oh, hey, okay, Landon is stepping up his feed game as well, but it's a pre-level 6 Ancient Apparition. He's had some hard times.
Now the Ice Blast, maybe they can look for a couple more kills, especially on the heroes like the Death Prophet. He's going for a Rod of Atos.
I think it's just a casual bit booster into Yules. I think that that's the optimal build for Death Prophet, though Atos is still a possibility.
Atos would actually be great against CTY.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing the Wraith King hates, just being kited. Like if this was like an armlet build for Wraith King, sure. But if he goes for like BKB next, the Atos doesn't matter. I think Yules is just too important on the hero.
Kaka's still trying to make himself towards that Midas.
Dire's middle tower.
Looks like
is
they're making
under
themselves an
attack.
easy T1 mid.
Dire's
Fortifies up, and
structures
Wings
are
may not
fortified.
contest this without the Exorcism. Is still down, but it's actually going to be up to 3 seconds. He'll do this, but unlikely.
Dire's
CTY is going
middle
to find himself a
tower
tower.
has fallen.
Now 1,200 gold.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Maybe
attack.
the only building towards the Radiant you mentioned. Oh, I think he has a hookshot. I think he knows.
I think Blink maybe a little bit more so. Midas and Radiance together seems like a little bit too much. You usually go one or the other from my experience, so I mean, it's definitely possible if someone wants to go full greed mode. But if they just want to start fighting, as I would expect, I would say that the B would be, or the Blink Dagger is actually what he's saving for the moment. Midas Blink BKB.
I mean, I'm okay with late mail as well. It provides a bit of extra intelligence given, and of course you can reflect damage of the Exorcism.
Oh, Nightmare versus Wraithfire Blast. We're gonna see Invoker get a great EMP off here. He's already got the Tornado, but he's gotta get the EMP out. It's gonna be on the backline where Beyond finds out Old 11. He got a lot of hits here. He has himself a Magic Stick, a Soul Rip, and now the Decay. That'll turn it around on Beyond. We do have a Reincarnate level 2 up for the Wraith King. So Shadow now in a bit of a bad spot, and he doesn't get to run it very far away. The Exorcism will off though. Ice Blast onto 2 big heroes, but the Fiend's Grip onto the gets cancelled out here, and that Cold Snap might be the saving grace for EHome here. Shadow's gonna be dropping very low. The Grave will be unnecessary, but Ice is actually gonna be the one isolated and killed off. Shadow going back in. That was his last remnant. He's fully committed now, and he's going in and gonna get stunned in just a second. He's going down. Oh, that's a huge kill. 45 seconds, a mega kill streak, all for the Undying. And Old Chicken actually finds a Tornado EMP onto the Death Prophet. So if they can only close distance, they can find that kill, but as we see, she has so much movement speed with that Witchcraft. Instead, Clockwork will walk right into the thick of things, might just die outright. Innocent's Grave is not back up. There's going to be your Ice Blast, and Beyond should shatter. 94 HP, what we're looking for, and yeah, he'll tick through on the last. Oh man.
Such bad luck.
Yeah.
And he just spawned as well.
Just trying to get things back at roll, but it's just not working. Wings are now kill score even, the net worth and experience graph getting out of their control. And I think a big aspect of it is just EHome are looking for fights at the perfect timing. When the Invoker has the Force Staff and the Wraith King just hit level 11, that's a great time to take a fight. Whereas with Wings, it's just, they seem to be being more reactive than proactive. It's problematic when you have such key ulti timings. It's gonna be Atos as well. You were right about that. The Death Prophet looks to kite the Wraith King, and the Wraith King still 24. He goes for the blink. Okay. I was about to say, if he's going for Radiance, we might have some problems because that Atos is gonna counter him hard. But going for the blink, he'll be able to get one jump on a target, and the BKB will.
Middle tower
Yeah,
is
I
under
think
attack.
Pity. Probably didn't want to commit to Fiend Script, seeing as the Wraith King still may not have his ult. But then again, there are plenty of heroes and Wings game getting to the top lane. I think they want to initiate on Old 11. Yep, you get the series chains off. Old 11 actually going to fall really. He dropped the Tombstone just in the nick of time. He has a sword, and the hook shot going to connect with the CTY, but the CTY is probably going to die. He does not have a recognition. The mech is going to keep him alive just for now. ED combo is going to come in, and suddenly everyone's very low on mana. And the first one down will be the Ember Spirit. Kaka and chased after Faith, and this the death of the Clockwork again, so CTY.
Jeez, and now Innocent's tried to get that grave off, and he's going to be the one caught out. Ice Vortex Void, he's down, and Ice on the eastern side gets stunned up as well. Oh man, this is perfect execution from EHome.
Scraping TP out? No, full snap.
Full snap. Not a chance. And I want to note that Old Chicken actually saved the CTY there with the defensive force staff. Great usage from him. It was just like the perfect fight for them. The Exorcism comes out on mid to try to push down the tier 1. May succeed, but will it even matter? Sure, the tower will fall, and it looks like CTY doesn't get the deny. Creeps! There we go. Finish it off. Sunstrike. No, that's level 1.
CTY's gonna feed.
Well, he's got the LP to rely upon, so in the end, tier 1 top goes to EHome, tier 1 mid goes to Wings, but it's still, what, a 4 for nil if you ignore the Reincarnate?
Yeah. And at the same time, I think they're just hoping that, you know, if the Ice Blast is connected onto the Death Prophet, the CTY definitely would have gone for that, and probably would have won as well.
And now this gives them a ramp for the Midas. Kaka was one of the 2 heroes still pursuing ahead of Midas this game. I believe the Clockwork is as well, but because EHome have been winning the past 2 major fights, Kaka gets it way before the good, and he's going to build up towards that level 16, and of course towards the Aghanim Scepter. Late, but still solid for a 4-position support.
And speaking of Aghanim Scepters, I know this is very unlikely, but what do you think if CTY got an Aghanim Scepter?
I
have seen it in the late game scenarios, 45 plus minutes. You won't see it before that, but at the same time, it's actually really solid for a lot of heroes, and it's in particularly Invoker. The fact that the Invoker can just start casting his spells without worrying about anybody jumping on him or doing anything to him, it definitely creates some opportunities, especially with how short those cooldowns can get for a late game Invoker.
Hey. Oh, he gets the tower kill.
He does, but it will cost him his life.
Not worth it at all. Not sure. Do you think it's worth it? It looks like he's going for Midas actually. And he was actually going to catch in a dip, but no, he's too far away.
Yeah, he'll work his way there. Midas. He wants to be relevant in the mid game, but already we've seen a lot happen. The blink initiation knock there from the Wraith King. That is going to be just a Clockwork kill, and all the tier 1s but 1 down for EHome. So yeah, overall, EHome are looking for their next set of ultimates. Obviously, level 11 is critical timing for a lot of these heroes. So, going to be seeing most everybody hit that mark. Lanham's really the one lagging behind in terms of levels for EHome. In the meantime, Wings, they still are looking for their next big item on Shadow. The Battle Fury is just paramount for them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Also, I want to point out is that Old Chicken has had an amazing game so far. He's 4-0 and 10.
Yeah, very, very solid from him, actually. That would be a great kill bounty to acquire just because of his net worth being 3rd place right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I think there was a ping from Old Chicken. He saw them smoke not necessarily saw them smoke, but knew that they went from the bottom lane to the Secret Chop and didn't walk through the Observer Ward in play. So the Illusion walk in, a little bit too late, the Tornado, not going to be picking it up. It's going to be Death Prophet Aegis, though a hell of a Guam combo in the pit. Beyond going to be going down, and on respawn, I think they have a chance of this Death Prophet here. Going to silence her up, and yeah, just pummel her down. What a combination of spells on the Ice Blast, the EMP, and even the Deafening.
That was just a horrible thing to do. I mean, at the same time, EHome, they took the fight because they knew that if their prophet
Dire's
doesn't
bottom
get
tower
the
is
Aegis,
under
they kill her
attack.
off just in the nick of time.
Dire's
There's no
structures
exorcism,
are
she's just pretty much
fortified.
a non-factor at all. And I think they want to go in shadows, but they find him, yep, the sun comes out, and the sun, plus the Sunstrike to follow Invoker. Ice Stalker's gonna get killed, and they get the T2 tower. Perfect synergy. And I think they want to go in Ice. Kaka did spot him out, CTY blinks forward. I think they want to... Do they know? Gets off quill in 8 seconds. They still can do this. The weave is gonna scare them a bit, and actually they think about playing around. Okay, puts to sleep. Here comes Clockwork.
No, they're just gonna walk away from this though. There's too many reinforcements coming in from EHome. All the 11's already in position,
Dire's
and
middle
yeah,
tower is
they
under
might not
attack.
even be able to. The exorcism was popped, of course, with the Roshan. I think it comes down. Obviously, it came down to timing for EHome, but it comes to this observer ward here on the high ground. This gave them the intel they needed to know there was a smoke. When they knew they were kind of waiting on their side of the map, looking to break smoke, and in that kind of formation, as soon as they realized that there was no smoke to break, they knew that they were in Roshan. They scouted with the illusions, and they still cleaned up the fight. They don't stop Roche because they were looking just to prevent an invasion, but even though the Aegis goes to wings, still EHome that went out and clean house. So they're in a great position in this game. BKB and Death Prophet might change things a little bit because the Invoker is so dependent on his targets not being immune to spells, but right now EHome are really in the driver's seat.
And Spirit is just... he's always so close to the battlefield and has been delayed for quite a while. It's not like he went for the drop, so this is actually a really slow battlefield. It's only been 4 minutes then, and the ideal timing should be around like 3 minutes ago, 20, 21. So yeah, and because he doesn't have to boost travel, which most Ember Spirits would go for, he can't really, you know, he's not mobile across the map as you would hope for your Ember Spirit to be.
And now we've got...
Actually now.
Oh, this is actually amazing for Old Chicken. Normally, when you go in for the gank play as a Wex Foker, you have to have Ghost Walk as one of your 2 spells invoked. But he actually got himself an Evisceration, so he gets Cold Snap, Alacrity, and DMP, all with the Orchid onto Shadow here. And he's gonna do damage, but actually Ice is there with the Glimmer Cape, and now the Fiend Script to turn it around. So what seemed good for Old Chicken actually sets him up here as the Bane turns it around.
Nicely done. Probably thought that, you know, he's just left, like, Shadow left the remnant behind or something. Didn't expect Bane to be there. Oh, hookshot, misses him. He's actually not going for the Midas, he went for the Force Staff. Oh, CTY, he wants to go on the Prophet, but Crobulus is just gonna walk away.
Yeah, there's just too many Midases in play. It's the same reason the Invoker didn't go for a Midas, is because you just can't go for 3 Midases in this game when otherwise the Death objectives while you're still waiting for that Midas to really kick in. No, he goes for the 5 position, and that means Force Staff to counteract again the hookshot cogs and the Searing Chains.
That's true, but I mean at the same time, at the rate of this pace, this game is going bad. Just because, you know, Death Prophet, despite beating objectives, she isn't being able to do so because of this Invoker, who has been such a huge factor here. And I think 11 he wants to go on Shadow, who will just Remnant away. He will finally have his battlefield, and it looks like Clockwork finally complete Midas.
Yep, does pick up one himself, so he's going to be able to at least get his level 11 out pretty soon. Obviously going to go for a utility build up for his next pickups. I'm not sure if Ags is the right call. Usually if the fight has already started, gonna want to look to chase down your targets. They're gonna be dry on mana. It's just, I feel like the team fights are tactic for wings, and even if they've won, they've only won mildly, and being able to pursue further with another hook shot might not be that great. So we'll see what he goes for, but all in all, he's gonna get some good progression. Deslayer is actually gonna come out for CTY. And while we do have a moment before Shadow might get ganked, no, the Ice Blast is coming through. We have the Orchid, we have the... Actually, not the Ice Blast hit, though, and Shadow, out of mana, just barely that EMP. A little just pop the Flame Guard, and the Clockwork will be the pick instead. But,
you can find
yeah,
it, this will be huge.
I think let him just go with Force Staff into Axe this game. Like, you don't need a Midas in this situation. Your Ice Blast is mostly as effective as it needs to be, just at rank 2. And you're really looking for that longer duration to make sure the Death Prophet can't self-heal.
Finds the Death Prophet, and thanks to this ward, it's actually going to fight him. He's going to get the vision.
Yep.
Oh!
Crit him down.
Fuck by RNG.
gem from Lanham, actually. Well, I guess that goes well with a Night Stalker, Aghanim Scepter, which is coming out on the courier right now. Slight delay. If you just look over at last hits, the Undying took farm up top. The Kaka has found 54 last hits this game. But because he's been involved in so many kills, 3, 2, and 10, he has a Midas Aghanim Scepter as a 4 position here at the same timing from an offlaner. Just really great timing for Kaka, and it's going to be coming in just for the 28-minute night. But with the gem on top, it's great.
Oh, here comes, that's a lot of damage. All the 11 actually brought really low.
This tier 3 should be falling. They can't go fight into the tombstone here.
Yeah, and just having the Desolator is doing so much. This tower fell really quickly. 481 HP parity, and CTY can stand in front. Because this is a level 16 resurrection, he's not going to die. It's not beginning anyway. Oh, force that into the cogs! I thought to get proper, and TY's just gonna proc it.
Now the Exorcism is gonna come out. Nice little blink back though. They can just walk away from this and on the steering chains. And the Orchid, now they're committed. Shadow gonna be taking a lot of damage here, but can they actually finish him off? No, the Soulburn's not gonna do enough here. Their Feed Script is still on Kaka. Old 11, nice decay coming out here. Death Prophet gonna be dropping pretty low, but still has that BKB in reserve. They should just wait out the Exorcism. As soon as that's gone, they can go and take these racks. Well, essentially no contest. Like, unless you get, well, you don't even have crit on the Ember Spirit, so slight can't damage. Leaving on the creep whip. Should be a free lane of Brax.
Forced to go from Mantis style, goes to the Orchid, so that he can leave, you know, just leave his base without having to work in silence. And yeah, so CTY gonna take the range racks and Roditos just chaining him down, but this is how fast the reincarnation's up again. 5 more seconds, yeah, it's up every minute, so it doesn't really matter. CTY, oh, hookshot misses. Here comes the Ice Blast coming in. It's actually gonna hit the Innocent to the back, but CTY is gonna just crit down Faye and gonna get himself a kill with his reincarnation back up. He's gonna be so back up and then dying to get himself a kill onto the Ember Spirit. And BKB is coming on the Death Prophet, but now they're gonna go find Ice all the way into the tree, just diving them in the face, and I think this is GG for Wings. I don't see how you come back from this.
They've lost everything. They've lost all their heroes. They have no buybacks. They are going to be losing the mid lane, and they are going to be losing some part of their bottom lane. Tier 2 is still standing, so it's not easy to just go ahead and take the Tier 3. In fact, impossible. But still going to be the EHome that is dramatic. Win here at 30 minutes, and it's not something that Wings have an opportunity to rebound from. This is elimination, so I can see why they stick through it, but oh my gosh, that tornado is actually going to shatter the Death Prophet for Innocence Congrave. Now, without the Death Prophet, this is going to be the bottom lane. It's not even like they take the tier 2 and walk away. They're actually going to be taking 2 full lanes of racks. Both times, they just didn't have the heroes they needed, or the cooldowns they needed bent, and this is going to be lanes down, EHome taking a massive swing forward, but not done yet. They want to go even harder. There's the GG as the base dive commences. There is going to be a nice little hook shot, but all they can do is delay the inevitable. The death of the Dire Ancient signals Wings' demise. That is going to be Wings getting 2-0'd by EHome in this winner bracket semi-final, and because there are 3 qualifier slots available that actually will decide fate of one of these 2 teams. EHome victorious